Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 Historical Flavor Mod, where we are playing as Ethiopia. When we last left off, some wars were started and we were thinking about starting a war of our own in Persia. But in the meantime, let's talk about these Balkan wars first. Now, I had thought that Britain and Russia were going to settle into a kind of detente, but it seems that this, at the very least, is not going to happen yet. As the Japanese are declaring a second war for Sakhalin, the Greeks, with the British behind them, are currently very unsuccessfully attempting to claim their share of Macedonia, while the Turks attempt to grab those Bulgarian-held areas of Thrace. In short, the straits, which Russia fought so hard for, are in jeopardy. Now, I suspect that given the weakness of the Turks and of the British allies in the region, that Russia will be able to fight them off in the Balkans, but I'm not sure if Russia, being an AI-run nation, is going to be able to fight a war that will require naval landings in the forms of the Sakhalin War with the Japanese. So that might be a war that lasts an excessive and undue amount of time due to AI stupidity. In the meantime, I acquired about 5 infamy for my attempt to declare war for Kerman, which is useful because it has cotton and iron. Iron especially is especially useful for our purposes as a nation that wants to industrialize. We already have a couple bits of coal and 1 iron province, so we're going to need a second one. So, with our CB fabricated, only remains for us to declare. Do we have any allies? Well, we have Yugoslavia. I don't think they'd be able to help meaningfully. So, we are going to declare for Kerman. I think we should be able to win this reasonably easily. Unless I have horrendously miscalculated. We will have to see. Yes, the socialists continue to build support. I think if nothing else, the conservatives will be able to form a coalition government, but in any case, we can't be worrying about that right now. We have the urgent matter of the war. And Japan trying to force their way through. And Persia going for the block. But they won't manage it. I've gotten my troops there and troops out in time. Wow, you know, Germany losing to Calabar due to just general AI incompetence, that would be something. And Austria-Hungary has found King Tutankhamun's tomb. There's a there's a fun event to imagine. Austria-Hungary making, I mean, suppose some Austrians and Hungarians must have discovered something at some point. I mean, why not? I mean, it is British held, but sure, Victoria too. Alliance offer from Romania. And also, So rather than going to war, as I suspected they would, I guess it's because Romania is no longer technically Russia's ally, but now Austria-Hungary is siding with the Russians. This was technically the case for a while. One wonders about Yugoslavia, and specifically about Bosnia and Herzegovina, which is all Yugoslavian core territory. Yugoslavia is still a Russian ally, but still, they're not formally allies with the Austrians. So how was Austria able? Oh, they must be friendly with Bulgaria, so they were able to intervene to uphold the status quo. So hopefully they'll be successful in doing so. Russia still being our protector, I would like them to remain strong enough to actually protect us. Okay, let's try and see if we can't finish off the last of the Persian army. I'm pretty sure this is all they've got. All right. I think we've trapped them. We outnumber them 2-1. I should hope we're able to defeat them. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That got us 2.5 war score. Well now. Seems the liberation of Eastern Macedonia has taken a bit of a turn. Not too big a one, though. Yeah, and Turkey was successfully beaten back by the Russians and Austrians. Yeah, I don't want to waste too much of my manpower marching through the mountainous terrain of Persia. Go as far as Kerman and no further. If that, I may just stick along the coast at most. And in any case, yeah. I'd split I'd split cavalry, but I don't appear to have any of those. At least not in this army unit. So let's split them. Just occupy as much as possible. And try not to lose too many units. In any case, I will cut to when, at the very least, the occupation is over. Or if something interesting happens in all the wars. Yeah, it appears that Germany just wants to take Poznan back. Makes sense. Much as I feel for you guys, you make the map ugly. And the border gore you create makes Jesus cry. Alright, finally, we have been able to get peace on our terms. So, we have Kerman, we have the iron in Kerman. Now, we can hand back the land we took, and get Keshem instead, but, I mean, that defeats the purpose, doesn't it? We declared war to get those, to get this, delicious Surjan iron. I mean, Spain's not giving their chunk of Persia up. Why should we? We're better than them. I mean, we already proved we were better than them. We beat them in a war when they were technically at war with us. So yeah, they can suck me. So there's so we are successfully mining at least a little bit of iron. I mean the number of pops on this RGO aren't that high. Let's take a look and see if anybody's migrating. Either internally or externally. Either to or from a particular area. Yeah, that's... Yeah, our province seems to be growing. Yeah, we don't... Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any migration between the countries themselves. Or from... So, yeah, these fine fellows, or many of these fine fellows, are migrating to Gondar, presumably for factory work. Yeah, I should probably give up on encouraging capitalists. Just go with craftsmen, I guess. Or maybe intellectuals elsewhere. We could certainly use the literacy boosts. Yeah, particularly in this area, because at some point, I think with the raw resources we have in West Africa, some of these are states, so we would be able to have factories there. But again, our technology is going to need to get better, and get better fast. We are slowly climbing our way up the ranks, just a few more until we are able to consider ourselves a secondary power. So we have that going for us. I'd like to be able to lower these. Really would. Do I have too many factories for this stage in the game? Alliance from Italy. That would be an interesting inversion, would it not? Might bring us into conflict with Austria-Hungary, but in the meantime, it would, if nothing else, at least reveal some more of the map. Should always be nice. Sure, why not? Because when I think of Friends of Ethiopia, I think of Italy. That wonderful nation that brought war and rinderpest to our nation. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they never got Eritrea in this timeline, so they never did that to us, strictly speaking. Maybe we need to get the tax efficiency techs in order to be able to pay for stuff without tariffs, because holy hell do I hate those. But yeah. Meantime, we at least have Italy as an extra friend to call in. So let's choose a trade policy. Couldn't hurt to stay flexible. Yeah, it would seem that France at least has the Dark Continent, or has invented it, / discovered it. You can see how Bulgaria is doing. Yeah, they must have gotten white peace. Good on you, Russia. Huh. Russia must have won a naval battle of some sort. Because yeah, your war score slowly ticks up when you capture a war goal, which Japan has. So they very much have that going for them. In the meantime, we can have our rich strata lose militancy. That should help us avoid reaping liberalism. We can't. We haven't the money to expand this part of the factory. We should. Yeah, we are going to need to find money increasing techs, basically. We might need to do that before we boost literacy, but in the meantime, I think we are at time here. So, until next time, I have been Mericati, you have been you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.